Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, call them what you want, the GLP-1s are the headline-grabbing meds right now. Celebrities swear by them, TikTok can't shut up about them, and pharmacies apparently can't keep them on the shelves. But here's the million-dollar question. Are they miracle weight loss shots or lawsuits waiting to happen? Stick around because we're about to unpack the history, the hype, the hard truths, and the red flags. I'm Rebecca NP, and this is the future of health. Believe it or not, these blockbuster drugs were inspired by a lizard. GLP-1s were first discovered in the 1990s, inspired by a compound found in the saliva of the Gila monster. Yup, nature's weird little desert lizard. The compound mimics a hormone we already make, GLP-1, which helps regulate blood sugar and appetite. Fast forward, scientists synthesized it into injectable medications, and by 2005, exenatide hit the market for treating type 2 diabetes. Over the next decade, newer versions came out on the pharmaceutical market, like semaglutide, which is Ozempic, which came out in 2017, and tirzepatide, Mounjaro, in 2022, originally for treating type 2 diabetes, but then docs noticed patients dropping pounds fast. Cue the weight loss craze. But how do these little shots actually work their magic? If you've ever wished your cravings and appetites had a dimmer switch, well, that's basically what these drugs do. They slow down the emptying of our stomach by quite a bit, so you feel full longer and quicker. They also act on your brain's hunger centers, dulling appetite and cravings. The results? People eat less without trying as hard or fighting cravings. Simple, right? Well, not so fast. Because the same mechanisms that make you feel full can also cause some not so fun side effects or even dangerous complications. Everyone seems to be rushing to get these shots. Celebrities, neighbors, and maybe even your coworker. The benefits can be pretty eye-popping. First, the headline benefit, weight loss. That's not just about fitting into old jeans. It can mean lower blood pressure, better cholesterol, easier mobility, and even improvement in conditions like sleep apnea and joint pain. But here's the catch. Many of those benefits are tied to the weight loss itself, not necessarily the drug. Lose the weight and you see those changes. Gain it back and they often return. That said, GLP-1s do have some benefits that go beyond the scale. They directly improve blood sugar control by boosting insulin secretion and slowing digestion. Some studies show they reduce cardiovascular risk in people with type 2 diabetes, possibly lowering inflammation in the blood vessels. And early research suggests they may even reduce fat in the liver, which could be huge for those battling fatty liver disease. GLP-1s aren't strictly vanity meds. They can deliver real health benefits, from blood sugar improvements to lower inflammation. But here's the million-dollar question. Are those benefits worth the trade-offs when you factor in potential side effects? That's exactly why I always like to look at the bigger picture. Even if you never touch a GLP-1 shot, or you do, there are also natural ways to support your weight, blood sugar, and inflammation. One of the most interesting, turmeric, or more specifically, the active compound in it, curcumin. Here's the issue. Most people sprinkle turmeric in their food or buy cheap supplements and see zero results. Why? Because curcumin is really hard for your body to absorb. Almost all of it just passes right through you. That's why I am super excited that today's video is sponsored by Adapt Naturals and their BioAvail Omega Plus. It combines ultra-pure fish oil, the most bioavailable form of curcumin, and full-spectrum black seed oil, all in one formula your body can actually use. Research shows that curcumin can help with weight management, blood sugar control, and again, lowering inflammation, all key factors in long-term health. People in studies even lost a few pounds and trimmed their waistline without changing much else. Pair that with omega-3s for heart, brain, and joint health, plus black seed oil for immune and metabolic support, and you've got a powerhouse combo. Most of the supplements on the shelf look good on the label, but here's the problem. The fish oil is often low quality or even rancid. The turmeric barely absorbs, and the black seed oil is just filler. That's why I love BioAvail Omega Plus. Their fish oil is ultra pure and clean, so you're not swallowing hidden toxins. The curcumin, it is a patented form that's 185 times more absorbable than standard turmeric, and the black seed oil is cold pressed and clinically active, not watered down stuff you find at the grocery store. It's basically the upgrade your supplement cabinet didn't know it needed. As a nurse practitioner, I'm picky about what supplement companies I use. This is one of the only formulas I found that actually solves the bioavailability problem. If you're ready to upgrade your supplement game, now's the time. You'll get 20% off your first subscription when you use the link below or just enter the code Rebecca at checkout. So don't settle for cheap supplements that don't work. Scroll down, click the link, and start feeling the difference with BioAvail Omega Plus today. Supplements that absorb? Yes, please. these. The GLP-1 side effects? Yeah, your stomach might not be as excited. The most common side effects? Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, maybe even fatigue or headaches. For most people, these improve with time or a dose adjustment, but here's where things get messy. Lawsuits now allege serious complications like stomach paralysis, called gastroparesis, intestinal blockages, gallbladder disease, or even vision loss. And are these rare? Yes. Are they worth knowing about? Absolutely. So why are people still willing to risk it? Simple, the weight loss results can be jaw-dropping. And there's another piece of the puzzle that doesn't always make the headlines: muscle loss. When people lose 20, 30, or even 50 pounds on GLP-1s, it's not all fat. Research shows that up to 25 to 40% of the weight loss can be lean muscle mass. And muscle isn't just for having ripped biceps, it is critical for metabolism, bone strength, mobility, blood sugar regulation, and even longevity. Losing too much muscle can mean a slower metabolism, a weaker immune system, and even faster frailty as you age. Even more concerning, some early studies suggest people may also lose cardiac muscle mass too. In other words, thinning of the heart muscle. It's not yet clear what this means long term, but we know the heart is a muscle you really don't want to weaken. So yes, GLP-1s can strip fat fast, but they can also strip muscle, and that trade-off can carry some serious consequences down the road. Which begs the question, if you stop taking them, what happens next? People are dropping potentially 30, 40, 50 pounds or more without another crash diet. Studies show people can lose about 15 to 20% of their body weight over 1 year, depending on which GLP-1 they use and their body's unique response. So for someone at 250 pounds, that could be 50 pounds. That's why they're being called a game changer. But here's the part no one puts on the billboard. What happens when the honeymoon phase is over? Are people basically stuck on these for life? Let's talk. Some patients find their appetite slowly creeps back while they are taking these medications. That's what's called developing a tolerance. And as a result, they keep chasing a higher dose by increasing over time. Others stop the meds and find their hunger returns with a vengeance. And other people can maintain. In fact, research shows 2/3 of patients regain the weight after stopping. Why? Because GLP-1s don't cure obesity, they're just managing it. Stop the med and your body's old patterns can often come roaring back, particularly if these medications are being used and people aren't making positive lifestyle changes. But some providers are experimenting with a middle ground: microdosing. So what if less really is more? Microdosing means taking much smaller amounts, sometimes even intermittently, to reduce side effects and possibly lower rebound risk. Sounds good, right? But let's be clear, medications are never risk-free, and that's where a functional medicine or integrative approach comes in, because no injection, full dose, or microdose replaces the need to address the root causes of obesity: diet, stress, sleep, movement, toxins, hormones, etc. GLP-1s may help, but they aren't a magic fix. So how do you actually use these drugs responsibly? If you take nothing else from this video, take this. These meds should be used very cautiously and mindfully, and only under the care of a provider who understands how they work, the risks, and how to support you with lifestyle changes alongside them. GLP-1s can be powerful, but without working on your nutrition, sleep, stress, and mindset, you're just putting a band-aid on a deeper issue. My honest thoughts? While some people report incredible benefits and results, there are definitely some notable risks. I would generally always recommend committing to diet, exercise, stress management, and lifestyle changes first for at least 6 to 12 months. And if that doesn't work and you're not seeing any changes, then you could consider a cautious, low-dose approach as long as you're aware of the potential risks and working with a knowledgeable provider. So GLP-1s, miracle or mess? Honestly, a bit of both. Some people report life-changing benefits, for others they're a cautionary tale. The truth? Weight loss, health, longevity, none of it comes from a single shot. It comes from building a lifestyle that works with your body, not against it. Your health deserves caution, not just the buzz of the moment. Here's the bottom line. GLP-1s can be powerful, but no injection replaces doing the work on your health foundations. And if you really want sustainable change, energy, weight balance, resilience, you've got to go deeper than a shot. And that's exactly why I wrote my book, The Ultimate Health and Wellness Guide. Unlike other books that throw you a one-size-fits-all approach, a diet, or generic hacks, this guide walks you through root causes of why your body holds on to stress, inflammation, and weight, and gives you everyday tools to actually change them. We're talking about individualized nutrition that nourishes, stress recovery practices, natural hormone balance, sleep optimization, gut health, everything you need to build a body that wants to stay healthy. If you're tired of yo-yo fixes and you want a blueprint for real lasting changes, this is for you. Grab your copy, link is in the bio, and start making changes today that your future self will actually thank you for. So What do you think? Would you ever take a GLP-1? Are you taking one now? And what's your experience been? I want to know, so drop a comment and let's talk about it. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe for no BS health deep dives.